Inch Nails, March of the Pigs. For me, the song's, it's all about the drum beat. It's just such a bonkers offbeat, just crazy drum beat. But it makes for everything else in the song to be really interesting too, because they're just the timing on everything has to be so exact, and it's really oddball, but it's fun to play, and it sounds cool. So we'll just jump right into this. It's the guitar part. If you're just talking about the straight up guitars, they're not too difficult actually. It's just some power chords and some slight changes here. But I'll arrange a few of the synth items and some of the piano stuff. I'll put that for guitar. Okay, so just to get right into this, it's kind of a strange thing where it starts the riff a certain way, and then after probably 4 measures worth of it, it just adds one more chord to it. So initially, it's going to start this way, where it's a D power chord here, 5 on the A, 7 D, 7 G. Okay, you just want that, heavy distortion on it too. Okay, and we're just going to hit that twice. Okay, then we go down 2 frets to the 3rd, so C power chord here, just once, and then just end the progression here on the A flat power chord, so 4 on the E, 6 and 6 on the A and D, just once on that, and then it just repeats. Okay, just like that, real short and sweet, but it just keeps repeating. Okay, so after we've done that 3 times, we'll get back to that 5-5, and then here it comes all the way up to 8 high voiced F power chord here, so 8 on the A, 10 and 10 on the D and G. And we just hit that for a moment. Okay, and then we go basically up 1, up 1, up 1. So 9, 10, 11. Okay. Alright, so you put that whole thing together. Alright, and like I said, after, 4 measures, or 1 time through, a couple times through of that initial progression, it just adds kind of one more chord in here, but everything else pretty much stays the same. Okay, so we're going to start with those 5s again. The D power chord to the C here, okay, and then to the A flat. But here we're going to go right back to that C for a moment, and then that's pretty much the only change. Okay, so and repeat. And then same thing with the final part, a couple 5s to the 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so just all stays the same except for that additional C power chord in there. So put that together. That's it for all the straight up, intended guitar. But we can do some of the synth items too if we like for guitar. During the chorus where everything kind of drops and it's just that bass and the vocal, you hear that slight faint kind of synth in the background. And if we just, dump on a bunch of effects like distortion, echo, reverb, all that, we can get something close to it. It's essentially just a D here, and it just kind of wobbles a little bit, like just kind of drops half a step, comes back, and then just goes back and forth. So we can do that pretty easy here, where we can just do a 5 on the A, and I like to use a slide here because it's that kind of unfretted, continuous, synth vibe we're going for. Okay, so basically we just want to hit the 5 and then just slide it to 4 and just bring it back and just go back and forth. Alright, now I'll get the bass sections for you here. Pretty tricky. I mean, the timing on this has got to be like pretty exact, and just kind of a really tricky bass line here, but once you get it, hopefully you can just lock into it and you'll be all set. Okay, so for the bass, you're probably going to want to drop down to D on this. Okay, so just take the E, drop it down a whole step. Make sure you got that D. And for this, like I said, it's just going to be these little repeating chunks, but they're just slightly different in the beginning. I'm just going to start with just the open D. Okay, and then we're going to come to the 5 on the A. Hit it once, just cut it short, and then hit it again. And then we're just going to really quickly 5 to open, 5 to open. Okay, just kind of almost like a hammer on pull off really quick. Okay, and then just come to the 6 on the A. Okay. You want to get that down pretty well. Alright, and from this point, we're going to start the new measure, and we're just going to hit the open high D there. Just really quick, just a really short note, just to offset everything slightly. And then essentially just start it all over. Like I said, it's a really small piece, but it just loops, and it's got to be right on time with it there. Okay. And we repeat that a couple times. Alright, and at this point, we start like we're going to do it again, to where we hit the first 2 5s. Then we come down here, and we do 3 on the D, hold it momentarily, and then we go open to 4, to open to 5, to open to 6. And we're just basically coming up, almost just hammering on all the way up. Okay. So let's try it all here slowly. You just want to keep doing that over and over, because you need to get it up to speed. And then so once we get it up to speed, it'll be something like this. Alright, and then the piano that closes out the chorus there. A really cool part. We could do that on guitar. Pretty basic here. It's going to be a B flat. Okay, just a B flat major chord here. And I like to play it this way though, because we want to hit just everything that's on the B flat. Okay, just first fret here, 3, 3, and 3 on the D, G, and B. But I also want to hit this first fret on the E too, to get that extra F in there. Okay, so we just kind of strum through the top 3 of the chord, and then we come up from the bottom, hit that 1, 3, and 3. Okay, it's really pretty sounding there. Okay, then we move up here to C. All right, and we're just gonna kind of hit the 3 on the A, 5D, 5G. Just hit that. Okay. Strum through that, and then hit the 5 and 5 on the B and G. Okay. And then just end it strumming a D. Okay, so try that all together. Okay, and of course then we would go back into the verse and then the chorus again. And then at the very end, the piano part kind of continues a couple more times, a few more times. And it all stays pretty much the same what we were doing there, from the B flat to the C to the D. Okay, but it does it about 3 times. Okay, and then it switches up a little bit here where it kind of throws in a little bit of the vocal line with it too. And to do that, basically we're going to be at that B flat, but we want to position like we're doing a B major 7 here. Okay, so 1 on the A, 3 on the D, and then do a 2 on the A. And those are pretty much the only we really need to worry about. But it's kind of that B major 7 shape. Okay. Alright, and we're going to hit those top 3 here. Then go to open G, back to that 3 on the D. Okay, and we move up to that C. And you can just pretty much play that straight. Probably want to emphasize the 5 on the D the most. Okay. Okay, then we go open D to the 3 on the D. And then we just end it on a super jazzy chord here. Be a D7 with a sharp 9. And I play all the way up here. So just bar the 10, 12A, 10 on the D, go 11 G, and then we're going to do 13 on the B and the E. Tricky to get all the notes in there. Okay, so once again. Alright, and for the, I guess the chorus, you would call it, bass, it kind of switches up. So like, left hand is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be all right hand technique on this. And, you know, this is all synthesized, sequenced bass, so it's really exacting, you know, choppy, fast notes. But it's all 16th notes here, what we're going to want to do. And like I said, it's just all in the, I mean, unless you're really cool with your fingers, I don't know, I got to use a pick. So, and we're basically just trem picking, because we're doing 16th notes. So just down, up, you know. And it's going to start with just an open note. So basically 16 strums on this for the measure, because it's all 16th notes for 4/4 here. You just want to get that down, basically. Okay. We're just picking it like that all the way through. Okay, so we start with the open, and we go to 6th fret, 1 measure, 5th fret, 3rd fret. Right, and just repeat that. Alright, that's 9 Inch Nails, March of the Pigs. Pretty wild song, bonkers, timing for sure. Hope this be some good timing practice for you with odd time signatures and just crazy feels to them. Thanks for checking it out. Feel free to hit that subscription, that'd be really cool. Check out the links in the description box for tab books and all the gear I use. Now, doesn't it make you feel better? We'll see ya.